Good evening. My name is Reverend Mrs. Charlotte Oduro. And once again, we are here to discuss, to help, to build, to educate, to be lifted and bring hope to all those or to us that feels that there is no hope. And so many of us that are going through a lot of issues, and many of us that want to learn and better ourselves, and those who are open, ready to hear, receive from God. This is the Real Woman in Me show, and I'm your Lady Reverend Mrs. Charlotte Oduro. Once again, I want to welcome you to tonight's episode. And I pray that you'll be able to learn or pick something out of tonight's program. If you will not even benefit out of it, maybe your friend, your sister, your daughter, or somebody will benefit out of it. So I pray that you will learn, you call people, you will share, you get people to know that every Monday, 10 p.m. to 10:30 is the Real Woman in Me show. And don't forget to go to all my social media platforms, The Real Woman in Me on Facebook, The Real Woman in Me Official on Instagram, The Real Woman in Me _ on YouTube, Rev Dr. Charlotte Oduro. Subscribe and get all these videos on TikTok, Charlotte Oduro. And let's all learn, let's better ourselves. And you know, today on the 17th of October, we're starting our fasting. So today is our fasting day. We're starting our fasting. We are praying just 2 weeks to the end of this month. Just join it. Every morning when you rise up or you get up, tell God, help me. Pray every morning, and as the Lord leads me, I'll come live every day. I'll come once every day so that we'll be able to also impact and direct as the Lord will direct us. Be part of it. Be committed to it. Sow yourself into it, and it's going to benefit you for the rest of 2 weeks in October. Jehovah will speak and help us in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for standing with me. Thank you so much for everything you are doing and everything you are doing to support the Real Woman in Me show. I know God is going to bless you. We're going far. We're going to be big. We're going to be strong. We are not giving up on anything. So you also not give up tonight. There is this story of people always telling me, Mommy, I love him. Mommy, I love him. But the other party is not responding to their love or showing your payback with love. Like, it's so painful to love somebody and they don't love you. So tonight we're talking about, do you really love that partner? That's the question. To those that they have given love to you and you are not showing back. What is the reason? What is going on? Why can't you love your partner? What is happening? Why can't you love them the way they love you? So the question tonight is that, do you really love your partner? Do you really want to be with that person? Because if you know you can't be with the person, or if you know you don't love the person the way they love you, and if you know you are not happy with them, please, it's better you tell them now, so that they will be able to know what to do next. Because some people are holding on to love that doesn't exist. Especially those who are in a relationship. I've got many of the young girls coming to me telling me issues, Mommy, I love him and all that, but the signs and everything shows that the man or the woman is done with you. But they still hold on, believing that, oh, okay, maybe there will be a change. Oh, maybe. No. You see, love, you don't need to beg for somebody to love you. There is this lady telling me this issue, and she's okay for me to share, but I'm not mentioning names. She told me, Mommy, you can share it out for people to also hear about it. She was in a relationship with a guy for 5 years. When the guy came to her in the beginning, she wasn't ready for the relationship, but this guy became a friend. This guy was in for her. This guy supported. This guy believes in her dreams and all that. So they became friends for, I think, a year. And then later, she fell in love with this guy. And they were in a relationship. Because she said, Mommy, initially I told the guy, I don't really know him much. So I would love to know him as a friend, get closer to him so that we know we can take it from there. And the guy agreed, and they became friends, and they were okay, comfortable. And they said, Mommy, working with him as a friend, I was so okay. So they end up being a relationship. So many plans, what they want to do, the businesses, marriage, their plans and everything. They were together. Everything was beautiful and all that. They said, Mommy, 2 to 3 years into the relationship, I saw a change in him, and he wouldn't communicate. When I call him, he won't pick. He won't even respond my calls, my messages, nothing. So I was a little curious. I was wondering if I've done something. And this time, I've fallen so much in love with this guy. So I'll keep on asking him, is there anything wrong? Sometimes I have to go to his place because he won't pick my calls, he won't respond to my message. He said, Mommy, I can be there for a month. He will not call me. I will call him, I will WhatsApp him. He will reply to my messages. He won't call me for a month if I don't take a step. So I went to him one dawn because I realized he was also trying to hide from me if I go to his house, I won't see him. So I went to one dawn and then he was asleep. So I sat him down and I asked him, you know what? This shouldn't be a big deal. Whatever it is, discuss with me and let's see what we can do. And then the guy came and said that I don't feel love for you again. I don't love you again. And it irritates me anytime I hear you talk or when you come close to me, it irritates me. And I don't know how to deal with it. So I want separation, if you don't mind, so that I can work on myself and find out why that. Not knowing. This guy had a relationship with somebody before meeting this girl. Not knowing his first relationship, they didn't break up. They had an issue. And for him to find comfort in somebody else, that is when he approached this new girl. But this new girl didn't know anything about it. Because I think, Mommy, because I didn't really investigate much about him, but when we were friends, I think I loved the way he was. He was so close to me, he was concerned. He would call me morning, evening, after checking up on me. And that drew me closer to him. Without even checking more about his past relationship, I've never asked about that. I was so ignorant about that. Not knowing he had a relationship, they had issues in the relationship, they didn't break up. And that was when he came to me. We became friends and we were working, and that was it. But they never ended a relationship. So whilst he was with me, they were still communicating, finding a way to solve their issues and all that. And Mommy, not knowing for 3 years in this relationship with him, they are also together, but I never, because Mommy, I'm a busy person. The nature of my work takes me out of Accra most of the time. So we normally communicate on phone, WhatsApp, social media. That's what we do. Once when I come around, I go check on him, he checks on me, and that was it. So it wasn't like I was always saying him no, because I was busy traveling around, doing my businesses and all that. And he said, Mommy, my job sometimes takes me out of the country for trainings. So she works in an oil company. So I didn't have much time. So all this time that I wasn't around, he was okay with the girlfriend and they were moving on. So not knowing they have already concluded on getting married. So he wanted to discard me. Mommy, I have given my all to this guy. I have trusted him. We were building businesses together because he was a friend and I was comfortable with him. He never showed me any bad thing. So I was okay. My businesses I was planning, even the ones I was doing, I got him involved into it. But thank God he wasn't the sole owner of it. I was the owner, had the documentation, everything, but he was involved. I got him involved. So we're doing it together. So when I'm not here, he handles everything. Not knowing he has his own plan, and I was just played on. I didn't know. 3 to 4 years, he was ignoring me. So getting to 5 years in the relationship, that was when I stepped in. I went one dawn to his house, and then he told me all this, that he doesn't love me gay. But he didn't tell me there was a relationship. He never needed nothing like that. That was when I came to myself. I was like, oh, okay, me too, I've made a mistake. I didn't check his background. What's going on? Because all of a sudden he doesn't love me again and whatever. There can be something going on there. Maybe there's something going on. That was when I took time to do investigation, to check what was going on. And this is what I got to know, that he was with somebody before he met me. And he's still with a person and they are planning for their marriage. And I didn't know anything about it. So when I got all this information, the pictures and the videos and all that, when I came to Ghana, I went to him. He wouldn't want to see me. He wanted to talk to me. Mommy, I was so much in love with him that all these signs, I still believe that there could be a way I can have him back. I can get him back. All those excuses, I had that in mind. So I went to him when I came back and I sat him down and we talked. And I was like, these are the information I have and all. Then the guy was like, okay, so if you know, so what? He became rude. And Mommy, even when he was rude, I was still trying to get it back. I wasn't ready to let him go. And he told me point blank, you know what, I love this girl and I'm sorry, whatever I did with you, I want to end it because I love this one and all that. He said, Mommy, I was so much in love with this guy. Why would you lead me to this point and today leave me just like that without considering how I feel, what will happen to me? And my mess, I'm speaking to you, tears is just flowing. I don't know how to handle it because I have been so much into him, building life together, building future together, my businesses with him and all that. And I told him, you know something, you can't force anybody to love you. Yes, sometimes we love people, they don't love us back. It is okay. Sometimes you start with people, the love was there, everything was there, but all of a sudden they change their mind and they start giving attitude. You know, when you met him or when you met her, he will call you or she will call you every morning, check up on you, afternoon, check up on evening, check up on you and all that. But as the relationship grows, they change. They don't even want to, they can be there a week without even checking up on you or calling you. They can be there even within a month, not even a message or that. There are other things that are important to them. There are other things that are a priority to them. They don't care about you and you are falling so much in love with them and you don't know how to handle it or how to stay back from these people. Listen, it's okay to cry. It's okay to blame yourself that why did I fall in love with this person? Yes, it's normal. Nobody can stop you from these feelings or how you feel about things like this. Sometimes we blame ourselves. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? When you get to that point, the deed has already been done. What you need to do is cry it out. What you need to do is accept that, okay, I made a mistake. I've lost it. Okay, what do I do? What is the next step? What can I do? Because the person doesn't love you again. You can't force it. Well, some of the women want to force it. But what can I do? And some of the guys say, what can I do if I get somebody to speak to her? Yes, you can get somebody to speak to her to let it go for a time. But I'm telling you, if somebody doesn't love you, it doesn't matter how many people will speak to them. It doesn't matter how many people will try to convince them. They just don't love you again. And you need to learn the hard way. Accept that, okay, they are saying they don't love me. So what do I do? Take a decision. The decision is to accept that you have failed in that relationship. And failing doesn't mean that you can't do it again. Pick yourself up. Take a decision. Cry a little and move on. It is okay to love someone if they don't love you back. There are people in marriages that the men or the women marry them because of what they will get, not because they love them. There can be somebody with you and you think they love you. No, some of them, they just don't love you. They are with you because of what they can get. Some will want to be because of some opportunities, traveling opportunities, because of the people you know, your family background. That is why they are with you. But the reality is that when it gets to a point in life and they get all these things they are looking for and they realize that no, there's something more I'm looking for, not just for the material things or the connection. I've gotten all the connections, but I don't love this person. And they get to somebody they love so much, I'm telling you, you will cry and suffer in their marriage. So if you're not married yet, and you're with somebody who doesn't care about you, who wouldn't call you, who wouldn't check up on, even when you call or check up on them, they don't respond back. You send them messages, they don't care about it and all that. It should tell you that if you force yourself in them and they marry you, some of the women will get pregnant for them and trap them. Listen, you can't use pregnancy to trap somebody who doesn't love you. Your family may force that person to love you, but you signed your death warrant. I'm telling you, if somebody forced, or your parents or whatever, society forced you to marry somebody that you don't love, you are in trouble. Your life is in trouble. It's okay if they don't love you. It's okay if you're in a relationship with a guy or a lady that says that, you know what, I'm tired, I don't want the relationship again. It's okay, it's painful. But what is more painful is being ignored, being rejected, being treated so bad. They are not telling you they don't love you, but they want you to also have the sense to walk out because they don't love you. They show the attitude. The guy has not married you yet. When you call him, he doesn't respond. When you send a message, he doesn't respond. What else do you want to hear? What else do you want to get? Cry it out and walk on. He has not married you yet. He's able to tell you, you know what, let's end this. I don't want it again. And you still want to force him to be with you? No. Love is natural. If somebody loves you, even when you fault, they still want to be with you. Love is natural. When you hurt somebody so much, but they love you so much, you know, they fight so hard to find a reason to forgive you. And sometimes they don't have the reason, but they still want to be with you. That is love. So my young ladies that are coming up, most of you, because of age, because of society, mommy, if I leave him, what will I do? I've been with him for 6 years, 10 years, and my life is all around him, and he's leaving me today. I pray he will be with me. I don't want. They continue to hold on to things that are not there. But before you know, the guy has already moved on. Before you know, the guy has got somebody else, and it's gone. And sometimes, listen, you are with a guy today, and he tells you, I don't love you, he leaves, he goes to marry another person. And when he marries another person, going through all the pain and you are being healed, you are going through your process of being healed. And then before you know, he enters into marriage, doesn't work for you. Then he comes back and says, I'm sorry, it didn't work for me. I'm sorry, I left you. I want to marry as a second wife. I want you, please come into my life. I want to have a relationship with you. And most of you ladies, you fall for this. It is so bad for somebody to leave you to marry somebody else, and he comes back to beg and you want him back. He's married. If he wanted somebody to marry, you were there. You were with him. But they saw another woman worth more than you and marry the person. And sorry, you want to step so low. You want to be cheap enough, forgive me for my words, for him to go have a wedding with somebody else. And then when it doesn't work, comes back to you. And because you have got nobody and you are the spare tire, you also submit, you also give yourself to this person. He said he is sorry, he wants to have me as a second wife. And you agree to things like this. You have been with him for years. He met another woman for just a month, 2, 3 months, 6 months. And he left you for that woman. And he comes back apologizing that my husband, my wife is not good, I'm not happy and all that. And he comes back to you, I want you to be a second wife and all that. And then you agree to this. Oh, come on, you can't sell yourself that cheap. If you saw that you are not worth enough to become a wife, and he married another woman, don't you ever take him back. Let him fight and protect his marriage. Now he's married. You won't be a second wife. He didn't see you to be that good woman enough to be a wife in the first place. He didn't see your sacrifice and your worth to be a wife in the first place. For all these years you have been with him, he didn't see your sacrifices and everything. He didn't see what will happen to you if he let you go. He didn't care about your feelings and everything. He disappointed you and went for another woman because he thinks that woman was better than you. What changed? Why is he coming back? The woman that was better. Why is he coming back to you? And because you two, you don't know your worth as a woman, you allow this person to come back into your life. And you're contemplating and asking. He said he wants me as a second wife. The wife is no good. They come and tell you lies. And you agree to give your heart to a person who broke your heart without considering what will happen to you. Come on. Grow up, women. Some of the women, we need to grow up. We are too desperate to be loved. We are too desperate for love. Yes, we've all felt it before. Everybody wants to be loved in a special way. Everybody wants that attention from that special person. Everybody wants that care from that special person. Every woman wants to have that love, care, attention. A man going around loving her, showing her that all the attention she needs. Every woman, including me, we all need it. But let's also learn this in life. We all cannot have it all. Some of the women go through a lot, like Leah. Rachel was so much loved that Jacob would want to serve for even 14 years just to have a love. Leah was just given just on a silver platter. Leah was given so cheap out. Her heart, what she feels, they didn't consider that. And what is so painful is that the next day when Jacob got up and saw that it wasn't Rachel, but it was rather Leah, the words that he used, she's too ugly, I don't love her, she's not the one after making love to her. What kind of pain is it? Some of you women are going through the same thing, that pain Leah went through. The pain of seeing another woman being loved and you being rejected. The pain of the man respecting another woman, your fellow woman. The pain of another man choose another woman over you. He doesn't care, he doesn't call, he doesn't check, nothing. But another woman is giving attention, love, respect, and everything. That pain Leah went through, most of you are going through the same thing. It's better you learn today. Leah had no choice. She was pushed into that marriage. But you and I have the choice today to make. It got to a point, Leah will always say that maybe after this child, my husband may love me. Maybe after this boy, my husband will show me love. She was praying, eagerly waiting for the love of a man. Once that love was shared for another woman, once that love was given to a fellow woman, how painful that is. Do you know how painful that is? It's so painful to the point that you ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Why can't I also be loved? Listen, if the man says he doesn't love you again, if the man treats you like a nobody, if you don't matter to them, if they feel comfortable with other women, and he can leave you and doesn't consider the years of your sacrifice and your time with them, if they don't care who you are, they don't care, they don't care about how you feel, but rather cares about other people, and they want to move on with other people. If the man leaves you for another woman to go and marry that woman, that is okay. It means you are not worth enough for him. It doesn't mean you should kill yourself. There will be somebody who will see your worth. There will be somebody who will love and respect you. Don't ever think you can use sex to trap him. Let me do this. Let me give him. Let me go and sleep around. Let me go and sleep with him. Go and stay with him so that more sex maybe. No, it's not true. Let me get pregnant for him. No, it's not true. You can't use pregnancy to trap a man. If your family forces him to marry you today, you will suffer in the marriage because he doesn't love you. You can't use sex. Let me sleep with him and all that. Go and spend the weekend. Has he called you? Some of them may even doesn't want to see you in their house or in their apartment. They don't even want to receive your call. What makes you think that they want to be with you? We need to learn the hard way as women. We need to learn the hard way as men. There are some men that they think with their money and things they can get that woman to be with them. Some of the men that the women are showing the attitude that they don't want you. Some women think that, okay, because you don't work, your work you're doing, it doesn't bring anything. They see another man that is better than you, and they do all that. They show you all that attitude. And the man will say, Mommy, I love her. What can I do? Some of them will come and say, Mommy, can you speak to her for me? I always tell them, listen, speaking to her is not a problem. But the truth is that, how long will I speak to her? If I speak to her today and she responds and she goes along with you, will I continue to be speaking to her every day? The question you should ask yourself is, does she love me? The question you should ask yourself, does she really want to have something with me? Does she see me in her future? Don't force anybody to love you if they don't want to love you. Don't force anybody to be with you if they don't want to be with you. When they are tired, you should know they are tired. You're in a relationship with somebody that has not married you yet. He doesn't call you. He doesn't respond to your message. For a week, for 2 weeks, he doesn't care. He should let you know he's done. It's done. Because if somebody loves you, every day they want to hear from you. Even when they're busy, they will send you a message for you to know, I have you in mind. If somebody cares so much about you, they want to know how you are doing. They want to check up on you and feel how you are doing. So don't you allow anybody who doesn't love you to treat you anyhow. And you that you think you don't love that person again, sit them down and talk. You can't talk with somebody's heart. If for a reason you don't want to be with them again, if for a reason you want to end the relationship, sit them down. Don't treat them so cold. You allow people to give their hearts to you. You lure people to love you. People have given their hearts, their minds to you. They have fallen so much in love with you. And you treat them anyhow because you've done or you're done with them. Some people will come and show so much love and care just to have sex with you. There are people that comes into your life not because they love you. They come to pretend, they lie for you to fall for them so they can have their way with you. Sleep with you so that they can be proud and say that, yes, I've had my way with you. What will you gain if you do that to a woman? Why will you do that just to have a feel of that woman? Why do you talk with somebody's heart and their feeling? And they give themselves up to you. You sleep with them. You have your way with them. You are done. You have used them. And today, you don't even want to receive them. You don't even want to communicate. You don't even care about them again. Because you are done. When you wanted sex, when you wanted to sleep with them, you were on them every morning, afternoon, evening. When you wanted to have your way with them, you were always with them. When you wanted to have a few of them, you lied to them. You said a lot of things to them just to have your way with them. Listen, you may have your way today, but that pain of that woman, the pain in the heart of that man, tomorrow you'll pay for it. There's nothing we do that we don't pay for it. You see, sometimes what you know or information you get helps you not to make mistakes. But if you have the information and you still want to hurt people, bear it in mind, you will not go scot-free. If you had sex with them just to have sex, you lied to them, you made them give them. Some women are very vulnerable. All of us, we can one way or the other fall victim to all this. We are humans. So if you lure somebody, get into them, sleep with them, have your way with them, and you pay them back with evil, stab them, don't care about their feelings. Listen, they may be crying today, they may be regretting today of what they've done. But if God helps them to heal and they learn their lesson out of it, you won't go scot-free. You'll be paid for it. Your intentions, your intentions are very, very important. What are your intentions of getting into that relationship with that person? Do you have a plan for them for the future? Do you want to build something with them in the future? Or you are just coming just to have your way with them and leave them? That's one thing we need to be careful about. That's one thing we need to learn about. That's one thing we need to build ourselves about. You don't have to do that. If you do, you don't love them. You don't have to do that. If you know you're not going anywhere with them in the future, you don't have to do that if you know there is no future between the two of you. Do you love them? Do you want to be with them? If you don't want to, you stop it now. If you know you can't do it, end it now. Because the heart of people are involved. The heart of people are involved. They give their heart. You treat them bad. My dear young lady, if he doesn't want you again, I know it's painful, it's hurtful, because you've suffered with him, you have built life with him, you have future with him, you're giving your heart, he has slept with you and all that. I know. But it is better to understand that it has come to an end. And look at it in a different way. Have a hope that tomorrow a better thing will come in your way. Learn from your mistakes. Build yourself from the things you did wrong and become better than to stay there, be destroyed, be maltreated, abuse you emotionally, and you suffer there. No. Don't beg anybody to love you. They love you, they love you. They don't love you, they don't love you. It doesn't matter what you have put into it. It doesn't matter how you're giving yourself into it. And he said he will marry you again. It's so painful. But don't you kill yourself. There's a better future ahead of you. There's going to be somebody who's going to love, value, and cherish you. Okay? You just have to learn. You just have to dedicate yourself to God. You just have to ask for directions from God. And you're going to be okay. Don't forget, every Thursday, we are live on Facebook, The Real Woman Me Official, Instagram, The Real Woman Me _ 12 p.m. sharp, The Married Table, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. the same Thursday, we do the Midnight War. This time is our fasting time. From 17th to 30th or 31st of this month, we are just fasting throughout. So just be part of it. If you want to do 6 to 6, God bless you. If you want to do 6 to 12, 6 to 2, 6 to 1, it's up to you. And the theme for this fasting is, Lord, help me. As Haggai cried and the baby cried because they were sucked out of their house, they had no hope. The mother couldn't see the son die. So the mother left the son under the tree, and she was crying and the baby was crying. And the Lord heard the cry of this baby. And the Lord opened the eye of Haggai and he said, Haggai, there is water there. Go pick the son and give him water. And I said, Lord, I'm going to bless you and bless this child. When there was no hope, Haggai said, help me. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what has gone wrong. I don't know what has happened to you. There are many women, there are many men in the Bible that cried for help. The woman that came and said, my son, my daughter, child has died. You know what is happening to your husband, your marriage, your life. We are telling God, whatever we are going through, help us. David climbed the mountain, began to pray because Ahithophel and have lifted themselves against him. Everybody has seen a problem. Everybody's going through a problem. But when you call for help, he listens to you. I saw Esther and Mordecai calling for help. God, come true. 3 days we are fasting. We are telling God, help us, because the devil has set a trap. The devil is waiting for us to die. They have already planned our death already. I don't know who has planned your death. I don't know who is planning your shame. I don't know who is planning that disgrace in your family, in your life, in your children. But I declare as we start this fasting, I open the realms that anyone that will call for help, anyone that will cry for help, like the woman that with the issue of blood, when the woman held the garment of Jesus, he said, hey, I need to hold this garment for help because I have been bleeding. I have seek for help and there's no help. But when I call the name of the Lord, I know I can get help. When the woman held the garment of Jesus, help came for her. It doesn't matter. You may be a prostitute, but the help will come for you. You may be a woman of God, the help is coming. Whoever you are, I call for help. That Jehovah will help us for these 2 weeks of waiting upon the Lord. Let every Haman, let every Absalom that have lifted their horn against us, may God rise up and bring vengeance and vindicate us. May help come for Israel. May help come for Ghana. May help speak for us as a nation. May help speak to you. May help come true. That family, that only thing you see is shame and disappointment. May the help of God come true for us. He will lay a table in the presence of our enemies. He will anoint our head with oil. I'm speaking to Mr. President. I'm speaking to the nation. I'm speaking to everybody. Anyone that matters in this nation. The only one that can help us is God. Find this God. Get closer to this God. Seek help, knowledge, direction on what to do for a nation, what to do for your family, what to do for your children. It's only God that can help. The church must seek the help of God. You and I need that help. So why don't we call for that help? Let the help of God come true for us. Join this fasting. If you want to support, if you want to sponsor, if you want to sow a seed, the numbers are on the screen. 055-236-9403. 055-236-9403. Sow a seed. Sow something to it. Plant something. Say, Jehovah, I sow this seed into this fasting. As we start, as we're going to end, Jehovah, let every shame end and let glory begin with me. Be part of it. You're going to be blessed. I want to help you to know this. Our help is in the name of the Lord. Every Monday, 10 p.m. to 10:30 is the real one in me. Join me and let's do it together. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. God bless you. Have a beautiful night. But know this, my books, I have 3 different books. Today, I think I have 2, only 1 here. The rest are there. If you want to get the book, please WhatsApp me or call me on my numbers. Get these books and learn. It will give you a lot of information. You need to get these books. And then if you're doing a party, if you're doing your weddings, if you're doing a funeral and you want local drinks, please, we have the millet, we have the sobolo. Let me do it for you. The birthday, everything. Just contact me. Let me do it for you. You're going to be blessed. You're going to enjoy it. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. We'll meet again same time Monday. Bless you. Bye.